Hi, greetings and welcome to the Academy Admissions Partner online resource guide and walkthrough. This is going to walk through all of the available online resources from our website to the Go Coast Guard page, USCGAsports.com, the Bears Den profile, Hobsons, and some of our social media and YouTube resources as well. I hope that our admissions volunteers get a lot out of this presentation. And if you are not one of our volunteers or part of the partner program here at the Coast Guard Academy, if you're a student or a family, that's fine. This will have a lot of great information for you as well. If you are looking to become an admissions partner, please contact our office at 860-444-8503 or admissions@uscga.edu. All right, so let's get started. At this time, what you'll see is the United States Coast Guard Academy landing page for our .edu website. That's www.uscga.edu. This then will route you to all of the available resources through about the Coast Guard Academy, academics, admissions, athletics, cadet life, and the mission. Here on the home page, there is a number of opportunities to view what we have to offer students, what makes us different from the other service academies, what we offer as far as academic programs, great newspaper articles that are written by our office and around campus on Cadet Life and what's all the happenings here. There are cadet blog resources, so it focuses on Cadet Life. It tracks different cadets around campus and covers their cadet life and their personal life. Very helpful for students and families. We cover cadet mission and the Coast Guard Academy mission, career and outcomes. So it tracks their academic performance here on campus, what their major is, and how that can transition into their Coast Guard career. We also have a building leaders module. That's kind of our leaders of character module. And at the bottom here are academy events. So those are some of the resources here available on our home screen. And that will take us to our about. Under about, you'll see some of the drop-down images that pop up. The first is our history, traditions, hall heroes, down to our accreditation, contacting us, and visiting the Coast Guard Academy. So this covers very general information about the Coast Guard Academy for all of those who are interested in learning more. That could be folks looking to get hired here, our volunteers, and of course, our students and future applicants. So please check this out. It's on our About page. A lot of great information about the Coast Guard Academy. So that's our very general information about CGA. Another great resource here is the 3 bars. You'll see my cursor is hovered over them right now. If you click on those 3 little bars, it has a drop-down menu that comes up. The first thing you'll see is request information. This is the most important thing to drive students to when you're speaking to them, because it's where they will create an account with us. That's their Bears Den account under request information. Now, volunteers and partners will create an account under a different website. So again, contact us if you're interested in volunteering with the admissions office. Under requesting information, once a student hits that and fills out their profile, they'll have access to online materials. They'll receive all the paper materials that you might hand them at a college fair. They'll receive those paper materials in the mail to learn more about Coast Guard Academy and Coast Guard Academy opportunities. There's a visit link here, apply, Academy News, Bears Den login, Parents Association and Alumni Association, and more on the Tall Ship Eagle. That's our training ship for cadets who aren't familiar. There you go, Tall Ship Eagle. So that is under that drop-down menu again, right here under the 3 bars. We're going to take a peek behind the curtain on the Bears Den login for partners. Again, if you're a student or a parent viewing this, it might look different for you when you log into your Bears Den account, but it'll be some of the similar information. So for our partners, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let's exit out of that and head over to academics. So under the academics link, if we head to the academic landing page, here you see a lot of great information under academic programs, careers and outcomes, Coast Guard graduate programs. So folks want to know about those postgraduate opportunities. They're all listed right here. What opportunities and resources are available on campus as far as departments, the library, and the registrar, why CGA, and then go down to the academic majors. So the major we'll focus on today is electrical engineering. So if you click on the electrical engineering major to learn more, you'll see that there's various items here in the right-hand column: curriculum, internships, our senior projects, faculty and staff, and careers in electrical engineering in the Coast Guard. Now, you can also learn more by clicking on our YouTube link and hear directly from faculty and staff, but let's click on curriculum for a little bit. Here in the curriculum column, you'll see all of the various classes you will take during your years here, starting with 4th class year courses. So partners trying to explain to a student what they might be taking can go here and find all of the courses for their freshman year or 4th class year. through their senior year or their first class year, what those system tracks are. And system tracks may vary the course curriculum a little bit for each student. So get in, do a deep dive on the academic opportunities, and check out what's available for students to learn with academics. So that would be our academics programs. You can also jump ahead to any link that you need by just viewing the drop-down menu. And then the next most important would be our admissions page. So a lot of students visiting this page want to apply to the Coast Guard Academy and learn how to become a cadet, and they're going to want to visit admissions to do that. So under the admissions page, you'll see some of the interactive videos there in the background. But in the right-hand column, they'll have access to the admissions officer information, requesting more information, that's their account creation, getting started, scheduling a visit, AIM, all the way down through parents and mentors, enlisted personnel, and then for those congressional offices looking to get in touch with our office, or looking to get Academy representation to one of their events, they'll want to click on the congressional staff link here under the admissions page. There is an Apply Now feature, and our application will come online in early August, so students can click that and access the application then. There are some quick links here for scheduling a visit, applying online, or requesting more information. And you can learn more about cadet careers, the local area. You can explore a virtual tour option, which we'll click on in a little bit to explore more. And then down here at the bottom, you can see what the Academy has to offer and view some featured cadet stories. So we cover different genders and different backgrounds from different states and different majors so that you can see what life is like here for various cadets attending the Coast Guard Academy. So let's scroll back up to the top and take a deeper look into our schedule a visit item and our admissions officers. So we'll start with admissions officers. These are the folks that students want to get in touch with because they are their main advocate during the admissions process. You will also want to get in touch with these folks if you are interested in engaging with them during various admissions events or helping to support any event that might be in the local area. So when you click here, you'll see some smiling faces. You'll see what states they're connected with and their contact information. This is all their work information, so feel free to send emails or call them anytime that you need additional support. Some of these folks might look familiar. You'll have had seen them on past videos or have interacted with them throughout your time as an admissions partner. So they're great folks, lots of information. Make sure you get a hold of them and they know that you're eager, excited, and happy to engage and support any events. Now, in addition to our admissions officers, you also want to look at the schedule a visit. The schedule a visit tab also has the virtual experience access right here at the top. There's a virtual walking tour as well that you can download from your iTunes or Android app stores. And then the biggest link here that you want to take a look at under visit, learning about the various campus programs, is search schedule. So the search schedule link will bring up your schedule of events. There's two different views. There's the search view, which you can type in the name of the event, how many months, years, days into the future you want to look, and then most importantly, the location. So if you're from Colorado, you can look for Colorado events or any events in any state. Off campus or for partners, you want to look under the volunteer for college fairs, volunteer for service academy events items, or you can look at a calendar view. So under the calendar view, let's hop ahead to July. You'll see that in July we have the Academy Introduction Mission fast approaching, and we have a number of different opportunities here into August. So let's say a student wants to register for one of these. They would click on the opportunity itself and bring up the registration page. They'll see a register link here in the upper left and lower left corner, and all the event information here in the middle. It has information about driving directions to campus, laws and rules to abide by while on campus, and information about who the event's hosted by, and the information on what the event will cover. So make sure that the students are being directed to these pages if they're interested in attending one of our upcoming events. If there is no register button or a waitlist button, it means the event's full, or waitlist may be an option, or the event is a post-only informational posting. So post-only means that they will see information about it, but registration is not required, and we hope to see them at that event without any necessary registration. So that's our schedule of events. Now back to our admissions at uscga.edu website. We're going to next click on the virtual tour experience. So if you can click here, you'll get right to the Academy, but we're going to go back up to admissions and click on virtual tour. Under virtual tour, you're going to see two different opportunities. One is to explore USCGA officer careers. Those are the afloat or cutter careers and aviation careers. And the other is to explore the Coast Guard Academy. Let's click on Coast Guard Academy and go in and check check out the campus. So this is a great way for students to see the campus without actually physically stepping foot on board. Now you will have a tour guide that pops up. We're going to go ahead and mute the tour guide. Some resources across the top here. They can share the experience. They can view it in VR. They can register, which creates their account, schedule a visit, or apply online. That accesses the application. There is a map that they can toggle to jump ahead to locations, or they can select a location to jump ahead to here in the left-hand column. This is very similar to the career structure as well in that virtual experience. So let's jump ahead to Hamilton Hall and Washington Parade Field. Here they'll see some cadets learning some drill out in front on the parade field. And they can select this image in the lower right column to view pictures or 360-degree images, which they can use with virtual reality. There's a little explanation of what they're looking at, and the virtual guide will walk them through some stats about this area. And they can follow either the tour path itself and the arrows, or they can jump ahead to whatever room, building, or attraction they want to see the most. So the virtual tour experience is fantastic, highly recommended, and I encourage students and partners to check it out to learn more. All right, so back to the admissions webpage. We cover a lot of information also for enlisted personnel, our featured cadets, prep schools, application process, and admissions requirements. So make sure that you understand those admissions requirements as a partner as well as a student, and the application process, because you might be asked questions that they are trying to figure out or clarify for themselves. All right, so that covers our academics and our admissions. We're going to hop ahead to athletics, and I've already brought up the athletics page. When you click this link, it's going to bring up this landing page for USCGAsports.com. On USCGAsports.com, you're going to see a number of things here. One is they're scrolling kind of updates as far as news, events, results for past or future sporting events. And then down, same thing, it'll focus on featured athletes. Now, you don't need to be a varsity athlete to apply or attend the Coast Guard Academy, but about 60 to 65% of our cadets are. So you'll see a lot of information on varsity athletics here, and some club activities as well, such as rugby, triathlon, and other events. At the bottom, the most important thing to drive students to is the Recruit Me page. So if they do believe that they are competitive at a Division III or Division I collegiate sporting activity later on in college, if they want to be a varsity athlete, they're going to want to click on the Recruit Me website. So they click on the Recruit Me tab, and it'll bring up a different page that has all of the men's sports and women's sports listed here, and the co-ed sports. That's our Division I rifle, pistol, and sailing team. They'll want to create an account under as many sports as they play. And if they play a sport like soccer or football or lacrosse that takes video, they're also going to want to submit video to the coaches as well. So that's very important to push out to students. And this is a great way to direct them to information about CGA sports. So let's head back to the home page real quick and check out one more option. Under the men's sports and women's sports, you can click on the sport in particular. We'll pick women's lacrosse. And under the women's lacrosse page, you can see here the home, roster, schedule, statistics, and more. Under more information for every sport, you can find the coach's contact information there. So if you need to reach out to the coach specifically, you'll find their email, their picture, and their phone number all here, so you know who you're speaking with and how to get a hold of them. Now, the coaches do work, they work as professors, they work as staff in addition to coaching, and they go on the road to recruit. So if you don't hear back immediately from a coach, it's usually because they're quite busy. They're going to review your file, or if you're a partner pushing this information out, you can tell them that just be patient and they'll be in touch with them as soon as possible. So that is our USCGAsports.com website. All right, back to our uscga.edu materials. The next one up is going to be our Cadet Life. If you go to the Cadet Life landing page, what we're going to cover here is the cadet experience. So we again touch on those blogs. We talk about clubs and societies, so it brings up the academic professional clubs, honor societies, diversity and fellowship clubs, music, pride, and sports and recreation. There's a number of campus facility options and resources here as well to learn more about the campus and learn a little bit about the cadet life. So look at some gallery pictures, some good formal pictures, doing some drill and ceremonies, and things from our Eclipse weekend there. So as well as that, you have cadet resources, swap summer information, day in the life, Eclipse, commencement. So there's a lot of information for students to explore here. And if you as a partner are not familiar, this is a great place to direct students to learn about those cadet experiences that are unique to coming to the Coast Guard Academy. The last resource here is going to be the mission. Under the mission website, you'll see the professional and leadership development, and you'll go through all 4 years. So you can click on each individual year and learn more about what is entailed in going through the 4th class year, 3rd class year, 2nd class year, and 1st class year. You can also learn more about our virtual simulators on campus for both flight and afloat operations, our waterfront assets, and then the training that cadets conduct in the summers, and of course our tall ship Eagle. So Eagle is our training ship. It is a very unique opportunity and not one that's given to many folks attending their undergraduate program. So you can learn more about Eagle here, view featured Eagle videos, and view images from those experiences that Eagle gets to attend every single summer as it tours cadets around for training activities for weeks abroad. So that covers most of our online resources here at uscga.edu, and we're going to hop ahead to our Bears Den account. So if you're looking for that Bears Den account, again, it's here under the 3 bars, Bears Den login, and when you click on that page, it's going to bring you to here. Now, I've created a test account, so please bear with me as I log in. And as I log into my Bears Den account, what you're going to see pop up is unique to our partner profile. So across the top, there's some helpful links for your profile that you can update, your preference center, and then down here along the events column, you'll see under events, search for events. That brings you to the calendar of campus events, and the My Events tab. Under My Events, what you're going to see there is any event that you've been invited to attend that might be private, such as our US Coast Guard Academy partner webinar. So there it goes. Let's say I want to attend some of these webinars. I can click here and choose the one to register for that appeals to me. And if there is no registration, then you may have already missed the registration date. Just contact me, Alex Eames, and I'd be happy to register you for those various online opportunities. In addition to that, for our partners, I won't click on the links, but you do have access to the event summary form and the interview summary form here. These are very important for our admissions partners. Please, please, please fill out your event summaries and your interview summaries as soon as they're complete. Additionally, you have access to all of our documents and links that are important for admissions partners located right here under Partner Documents. You're going to click on the Access Documents link. Now, it may be a little overwhelming at first. There's about 65 various documents and links on this page, but we do try to break it down by prioritizing the importance and putting things more important near the top and more relevant for you. So first and foremost, you have volunteer expectations. You have the Ethical College Admissions Statement and Principles of Good Practice published by the NACAC, which is the National Association for College Admissions Counseling, all of our training modules, scholars training, partner toolkit, admissions presentation. A very important thing down here is access to all of your coordinators. So all of the admissions partner coordinators who are around the country and helping to, right here, regional state coordinators, helping to coordinate all those partner activities that take place. You'll want to click on this link, download the list, and you'll see all their contact information on how to get a hold of them. If you're going to attend any high schools in your local area, any academy events, or want to get more involved, these are your primary contact points to learn more about admissions recruiting and partner programs. In addition to that, we have great resources like appointment presentation information or PO boxes. So these are all the PO mailing boxes for our cadets here at the Academy. A lot of staff information all the way down through online links and the management and advisory board documents at the bottom. So give these a look, and if you ever have trouble finding something, just do a quick Control F and search for something. Let's say we're going to bring up presentation. So I'm looking for a presentation that's very simple admissions brief. Here it is, admissions presentation. Please find attached a very basic admissions presentation. So that's a great way to do it. If you do find errors or if something's missing or you think would be helpful, please let us know. We do try to stay on top of these and keep them updated, but we are human, mistakes are made, and we do want to provide the best resources available to our volunteers. So that's that. This is everything that you need to know as far as your Bears Den login and all the important information. Let's go ahead and log out there. So next up, we are going to go back to our EDU page where we're going to launch into our next resource, which is going to be Hobsons. So Hobsons is our online applicant data software and our inquiry software. This is how we track all of the students who have created accounts with us and all of our volunteers who currently work with our admissions office. So again, I've created an account here. Now, access to Hobsons isn't for every single partner. It's not needed by every partner, but some folks find it necessary to help engage better with students. And our admissions partner coordinators like it so they can stay on top of who is in their region, who they can engage with as far as partners, and get them to other events and contact them and provide them information. So let's take a look at what's available in here. If you do need access to Hobsons and you are a volunteer, please reach out to our office again, Miss Megan Grills or myself, Alex Eames. You can again email admissions@uscga.edu or call 860-444-8503. Please bear with me again as I log in here. So what you're going to see here is a very watered down version of what the admission staff sees. It only has two columns up here at the top, contacts and reports. Over here under the drop down, you also have downloads, online support, and you can update your profile. Let's start with contacts. So we're going to go to contacts and look at the search new feature. This is the most important feature, and it's how you can identify students. Now, I won't type in anyone's name because I want to avoid bringing up any personal identifiable information or PII. But the most identifiable piece of information for a student is an email address. It's like a thumbprint or a fingerprint. There's only one-for-one association. Each person will only have that one email address. If you're trying to look for their first name or last name, they might go by an alias. Their name might be hyphenated. They might have an apostrophe in it, or they might spell it a little differently than you think. So get the email address, make sure it's accurate, and that's the best way to look them up. You can also look up by state, by city, just by state, and you can look at different views. So here we have the CapEx Orange report, but you do have partners viewing partners, partners viewing students, and partners viewing other applications, or other application statuses. So these are great reports to look at. Take a look. And once you get into the student's profile, you can go in and view the profile. You can view their comms log. You can view where they are, how to get a hold of them. And there's various different views as well. So you want to look at the partner viewing students view. That will be under a drop down as well. And once you're in there, you can see their contact information, how to get a hold of them, and how to engage with them, being that you are a representative of the admissions office. So guard that information. That's all protected and private. Please don't share it outside of the admissions office. Next will be our reports. So under the reports, we have our dashboards. You want to review the dashboard, and there's a couple different dashboard items to look at here. The first up will be your partner's dashboard. It should be the standard default one that shows up, and it will have the numbers of all the partners or volunteers that work with our office listed by state and number. It also has all of our coordinators here. We have 67 coordinators and a total of 894 volunteers currently working with the admissions office at the Coast Guard Academy. It breaks it down by service affiliation. And then, of course, if you add up all the service affiliation, it equals more than 894. And that's because some folks, they identify or affiliate with multiple associations. So we have alumni parents, and we have alumni auxiliaries, and we have active duty who are alumni and parents. So keep that in mind, but you'll see how we break down as an organization. Also here, you can click on any of these states, and it'll bring up a roster of who those folks are and how to get a hold of them if you do want to reach out to folks in your own state. Other views, you'll see AIM application, class application, and inquiries. So for instance, under the class application, you'll see how many folks from each state submitted apps by those states. When you click on the various columns in this chart, those will also bring up rosters as well. That's great to reach out to folks to help them complete their application. And this is a grander list here, about 5,000 students of folks who have applications currently active with the Coast Guard Academy. Now, this is all for the class of 2022. That class has been selected and closed. So this information at this point would be old information. And it will refresh when the class of 2023 comes online in August. So that is the basics of Hobsons. So make sure you get in, check it out, look at the various different views, make sure that you toggle between different views so you're viewing the most relevant information to what you need. And please, as our expectations state, make sure that you guard that information since it is personal identifiable information. If you are inactive in Hobsons, you may be deactivated after a certain amount of time of non-use. So contact our office with any questions there, and that is a little information on the Hobsons system. Next, we're going to hop over to Coast Guard information. So if you talk to students who are interested in enlistment opportunities or other officer accession opportunities, you're going to want to direct them to gocoastguard.com. The Coast Guard Academy only deals with direct or prep school appointments to the Coast Guard Academy. All other accession points are through the recruiting offices from gocoastguard.com. The first thing they're going to want to do is learn more about those opportunities so they can learn about active duty, enlisted, and officer careers, reserve, enlisted, and officer careers, learn about friends and family resources, and they'll want to reach out to their local recruiting office. Those recruiting offices are spread around the country, but have consolidated down to major cities and states. So please make sure that they know which office they report to, and please set up appointments prior to going to those offices. Not many offices allow walk-ins, so they need to have call, set up an appointment, and scheduled to go in and meet with the recruiters to talk about enlistment and officer opportunities. They can chat now live, email any recruiters, and watch a lot of great videos on Coast Guard careers, active duty, reserve, and the Coast Guard missions. So that's gocoastguard.com. Last would be the Coast Guard Academy social media accounts. And I'm going to bring up our YouTube account. So we do have a Facebook account. We're working on Instagram and Twitter, but the YouTube account is updated pretty regularly and has great videos on here as far as resources for Academy information. They're short videos. They span about the Academy itself to Coast Guard careers, Eagle, academics, athletics, and the admissions process. We also have our partner page on here where you can view some of these webinars and learn more about the partner program. So please get online, check out these resources, learn more about them, and if you have any questions, again, please contact our office at www.uscga.edu under the admissions page. You can find admissions at uscga.edu or call 860-444-8503. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a great one. Go Bears.